It's too late for me. Please talk to someone, even if they look and act okay. They might make it because of you. Those were the last words written in 12-year-old Lindsay Mae Swan's journal. The Mountain Gap Middle School student committed suicide last week.
We rarely cover suicides in news, but this felt different. A young Huntsville girl who left her last thoughts in a journal in her room. A message her family wants you to hear, and perhaps it will help your child or another parent's child. WAFO 48's Nick Ballinger is here. He talked to Brittany Booth, Lindsay's mom, and her stepdad today.
Well, Liz, I've never covered a suicide before. Lindsay's parents told me they want to alert other parents and maybe save another child. I knew it was a story that needed to be told in their own words.
Even before she was born, I knew she was special.
12-year-old Lindsay Swan was full of nothing but life.
She stuck up for others that were afraid to speak up for themselves and dared anyone to push around her friends or her siblings.
Her mom and stepdad say their sweet pea never met a person she didn't like.
She refused to fail at anything and never gave up until she got it down.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Between sports, playing outside, video games, and hanging out with friends, the Mountain Gap middle schooler had the typical 12-year-old life.
One day we go.
There wasn't a roller coaster that she was scared to get on.
She was so brave.
Yeah.
Most of all, Lindsay loved life. She loved her friends and family, and her smile would light up the room.
On the outside, she was thriving.
Her biggest dream was to be a marine biologist, study sharks, and save the whales.
Inside, she was struggling. She would never get to realize those dreams. Lindsay took her own life last week.
For the most part, she seemed great. You know, the day before she passed, she was laughing and smiling, and we were making plans for the future.
She's giving you those flowers. And
When her
we're not going to stop it too much, but it's a hard reality to think that someone you're close to, someone you think that looks fine on the outside, would be going through something tremendous on the inside, especially at 12. 12 years old, so hurt, so upset, and none of her family knew. That's the harsh reality of people dealing with suicidal thoughts and depression. Or in some cases, let's keep going.
father died 4 years ago, her mom said Lindsay felt it the hardest.
That brought on a lot of heartache for her. Before she started middle school, I really tried to prepare her because middle school girls can be ruthless. Kids were mocking her and weaponizing the fact that her father had passed away. And it was infuriating. I couldn't believe it. Confusing for them. You know, they don't understand why they're being treated that way. I would smile through my stress and sorrows, but she knew when I was feeling down, and she would be my biggest comfort.
No matter what it was, they would go through it together.
And I had these conversations with her. So, I mean, the fact that this happened to her it could happen to anybody. She will never be forgotten. Sometimes the brightest lights are dimmed too soon.
She says her daughter told her friends months ago what she planned to do.
They would have told somebody. It could have very well saved her life.
Months. She told her friends months ago, and they didn't even tell anybody. We live in a different time, a truly different time. Let's keep going.
I think we need to be more aware and look for any signs, no matter how small they are.
You know, there's so much shame associated with it that people are afraid to come forward and be open about it. It may seem young, but we absolutely need to be having these conversations. If you see something, say something.
Because if you don't, there may be more mothers who have to read their daughter's eulogy.
Not only was she beautiful on the outside, she was beautiful on the inside. She was my mini-me, my best friend, and the light of my life.
And all they have left is a note from her journal.
It's too late for me. Please talk to someone, even if they act or look okay. They might make it because of you.
It's just really powerful stuff there. Now, Lindsay's parents tell me they aren't pointing fingers or any blame. They just want other parents to recognize the signs with their own children and never be too afraid to speak up.
I can't imagine. I truly can't imagine I am. I don't know how I would feel, but I think I would be pointing blame at the people who bullied her, the school who probably didn't do anything to help. This is a tragic situation.
Thank you, Nick. Really important story there. According to the State Department of Health, Alabama currently ranks 8th in the country for teen suicide.
Nearly 1 in 12 Alabama high school students report trying to take their own lives. And that risk is even higher for young LGBTQ teens.
So experts say talking to someone about suicide typically does not increase the risk, but it could help save a life. If you'd like to talk to someone, call the Crisis Lifeline at 988.
Hold on. I, they just said 1 in 12 in Alabama try to commit suicide, young teens. That's a crazy stat. Wow. Now let's go over to this next video. And this is another 12-year-old. This video came out 2 weeks ago. It popped up right after I watched this, after I clicked on this one. Let's get into it.
Love you, Lexi. Oh, and fly high, my angel.
A 9-year-old's goodbye to her big sister. Lexi Blackwood took her own life. She was 12 years old.
She was so confident until she started facing harassment and bullying on a daily basis when she entered middle school, which basically chipped away her confidence until it was pretty well zero. And here we are today, after her passing a month ago.
Last October, Blackwood confided in her parents about alleged bullying and relentless verbal harassment targeting her appearance.
No one she knew in her classroom, didn't even know these people, constantly putting her down, calling her names.
The family say they contacted the school and were sent to a youth counseling center. They questioned why the focus was on her mental health rather than the alleged bullying and harassment. In a statement, Central Okanagan Public Schools extended its sympathy to the family as they cope with this unimaginable loss, but went on to say they cannot comment on the specific case and that they align with the provincial safety education framework.
We felt that her experience was maybe not taken as serious as it should have been.
Here they had a monitor in the hall for a few days, when our little Lexi wasn't even in the hallway anyway, because they had her out 5 minutes early so she could avoid the crowds.
Blackwood says it became so severe, Lexi missed 2 weeks of school. When she returned, he says communication from the school was minimal.
We're open for change in the school board to have more direct resources, not just 2 or 3 resources. That's completely reliant upon the student to reach out and do themselves. Can there be wellness checks?
A childhood cut short and a family still searching for answers and pushing for change.
If we can stop one other family from going through this, that's our goal here.
Victoria Famia, Global News, Kelowna.
Middle school girls can be ruthless. That's all I'm hearing from this. Middle school girls can be ruthless. Talk about anything. The last middle school talked about the little girl's dead father. This one just made fun of her appearance. And then the school seems like they don't do much to even help or stop the problem. It's a tragic reality that we're living in. Little kids, 12 years old, are now thinking about suicide. Absolutely tragic. Has this always been happening on, or is it getting younger because the times are different? I know at 12 years old, I couldn't even imagine this. But these little girls went and did something, I guess they felt their only way out. Please, I'm gonna say this again. If you ever feeling like you have no one to talk to, or you're going through something so bad that you're thinking about taking your own life, go talk to someone. Go reach out to anyone. Reach out to your parents. They're there for you. If you're going through bullying, tell someone. If the school doesn't help, tell your parents. And if for some reason your parents aren't going to help you, which it's hard to even think about. But if your parents don't help you, reach out to the police. Do something. The world can be a horrible place, and young kids are learning that at an earlier age. And then just keeping that inside, not even letting their family knows about it. Some do, some don't. At the end of the day, please talk to your children. Please talk to your friends, your family. Make sure just because they look fine on the outside don't mean they truly are. Tragic situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that situation. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said.